Hey, good Friday morning, everybody. January the 12th. I'm Chris Allen here on the Sam Channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Wow, we've got a lot of weather to talk about, so let's get right to it because it is going to be somewhat of an active weather day. No, not somewhat, it is. And often when we say active, it means severe, but not so much the severe weather modes of severe thunderstorms, tornadoes, that sort of thing. This is going to be more just very act in different stages. Already we're getting some rain, and already we're starting to the winds picking up across the area. And yes, as you look at radar, you can see that the rains are our way. There have been a few rumbles of thunder a little bit further south with this as it moves in. You've got several differences coming through. The cold edge of this is way off to the over I haven't woke up yet, over parts of Illinois and Iowa. And then further south, we've got a lot of rain. In fact, as you see just to the south of us, there is let me zoom in on that right there, right down here. Tornado warning that's down close to Memphis this morning, severe thunderstorm warnings, another tornado warning in Mississippi. Yeah, there's all kinds of more of the severe weather type stuff that's going on further southwest of us. We don't look to get that here. This rain that's coming in this morning that's currently over the area should help cut down on the instability. But the issue here is that we're going to have this low pressure system kind of drive up right across the Ohio River. And as it passes by, really is going to throw in a lot of wind and a lot of, shear and a lot of issues with that. And at the same time, you can't rule out a severe thunderstorm or severe thunderstorm criteria, which is that winds are in excess of 58 miles per hour. We're going to have that. So we have a high wind warning that's over the area for the day. That high wind warning means that winds are going to be in excess of 50 miles or 55 miles per hour, as a matter of fact. And that's going to be problematic. As you can see, that high wind warning, um, portions of southern Indiana, central Kentucky, that's going to start effectively at 11 a.m. and it's going to run through 6 p.m. this evening. After that, wind advisory is in effect. The wind advisory is in effect right now, but the high wind warning goes into effect at 11 o'clock. And then you see the colder side of this system happening up toward Chicago, down to Davenport, Iowa, even as far south as parts of Missouri, Hannibal, Missouri, getting some of that snow, Kirksville, and then it rain, the warm side of the system. So we've got a little bit of everything here. And yes, we are as well going to see a little mixed bag of this, that, and the other as we go through the next few days. We're on the warm side of things right now, so everything is going to stay in the form of rain until we get into tonight. And then that is when we start to see a changeover. That will have to do with a change in temperature. So let me show you the Kentucky mesonet temperatures as of right now, almost 7 a.m. And you can see that we've got a cold east side of the state, temperatures in the 30s, they see 40s, and we're in the 50s. Again, on the warm side of things here, as the warm front is just north of us. And that's why you go up toward the Ohio River and it's about 10 degrees colder there. But here, it's just going to stay warm pretty much all day. We're looking at 50s like we did yesterday when we hit a high of 56. Looks like we'll get close to that again today. Right now, 51 at both reporting stations here in Warren County. The winds have started to ramp up. Sustained winds coming out of the south at 10 to 20. And then you can see how they kind of curve back and around. That's the veering winds that are happening with the passage of, or just about with the passage of the cold front. Um, Gusts right now are from 15 to 25. Oh, look down there in Franklin, Simpson County, they just had a wind gust of 41 miles per hour. So, yes, the winds are going to kick up big time today. There's going to be these spots that show up that the winds are going to be transported from up above all the way down to the ground. And when that happens, you can have a dangerous wind gust of over 50, even 55 to 60 miles per hour. And that may do some damage. Tree limbs, trash cans, as I mentioned yesterday, trampolines, lawn furniture, anything, any loose object outdoors going to have is in well, it could just fly away. It could just be found in a neighbor's yard or someplace. It's going to be that windy, and I do anticipate at some point we're going to see or hear about some power outages when you get these kind of winds. So I hope you're prepared for that. I've given you several days to prepare for that, but here it comes. And not necessarily the severe weather type, as I mentioned, that you're used to. This is going to be lots of rain and lots of wind, and then it's going to get really cold. And we see some snow even coming in tonight. Not a lot tonight, but down the road, yes. Okay, look at this blend of models. The model blender. This is where we have all the input of the different computer forecast models, blends it up, and this is the output. Here we go with about 56 today. That was our high yesterday. Looks like we're going to do that again today. And then you see tomorrow just not even making it out of the 30s, then not making it barely in the 20s on Sunday. And that's when the next shot of cold air comes in and the next round of snow showers. After that, we continue to see snow shower chances into much of next week. And look at those highs only in the teens and 20s through much of next week. We're not going to get above freezing until we get into next Thursday. So, whatever snow hits the ground in the coming days is going to stick and it's going to stay there. It's going to create a snowpack, and usually snowpacks colder than what these temperatures are showing you here. These are the air temperatures based on the forecast models, but what these temperatures don't show is how cold we could get if there's a snowpack. So you could take off about 4 or 5 degrees off of what we're showing here, and that would be the actual temperatures, daytime and nighttime. So when we're talking about teens and 20s during the day, if there's a snowpack and then you've got like 5 for an overnight low on Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, then that could be closer to zero. And certainly wind chills are going to be closer to zero or even below zero in some cases as these systems come by. It's going to be a series parade of systems coming by. We do warm it up on Thursday, but then we go right back down into the 20s next weekend and then back into the single digits. So whatever warmth is not going to last long until we get into the following Monday. Not this coming Monday, but the following Monday, which is the 22nd. So that's what's coming, ladies and gentlemen. Have fun with that. Hopefully, seriously, I hope you're prepared because this is going to be something we haven't seen or felt around for a very long time. All right, let's look at the maps. And as you can see here, we've got a lot of rain coming our way. It's already raining here now in Bowling Green as of 7 a.m. The severe weather mostly is going to be south, but I can't rule out that possibility that we may get enough instability just kind of pushing up into southern Kentucky to maybe get a severe thunderstorm warning or two. And that would be mainly because of the wind, damaging wind threat because of the high winds today. There is a high wind warning in effect for us, by the way, if you didn't know, as I just talked about. Tonight, everything, excuse me, does switch over to some light snow. As you can see, it's not much. It's not going to last long. It's out of here by early tomorrow morning. And then we get a little backdoor system that still paints in here some snow showers on Sunday. And I think that's when we could get some measurable snowfall because the snowfall ratios will be such that it won't take much to get a measurable snow out of this because of the colder air, a little bit of dry air intrusion, just enough to make it kind of powdery, and maybe a couple of inches. It's hard to say. I mean, that's what I've been projecting, and the models keep uh, consistently showing that we're going to get at least an inch or two. It could be more out of this system. And then we're going to have this very long wave trough that settles over us. This is Monday. And look at this, an entire area covered in snow. How much? Again, is the big question mark. But it's going to be so cold that it won't take much to squeeze out the snow and to make it stick and stay for several days into next week. So, not going to get above freezing again until next Thursday. So, what you see is what you get. And once it comes down, it's going to hang around for a few days and even try to come back with these systems that keep coming in from the west. So, those of you that are looking for snow, you're finally going to get some snow. It may not be a big snow, it may be 1 to 3 or 2 to 3, kind of in that area is what I'm looking at collectively starting. Well, we'll get some tonight, but I think that's only going to be a trace of snowfall. It is after that, once we get into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, that's when we could collectively get, that much snow. And then, of course, with the temperatures being as they will, then it's all going to stick around. I want to show you a couple of slides here from the National Weather Service. These mostly came from our conference call yesterday briefing, in which they broke down the timeline of everything and how it's going to play out. So today, non-wind, but there still could be a severe thunderstorm warning this afternoon with those winds in excess of 58 miles per hour, which is severe weather or severe thunderstorm criteria, the warning criteria. So 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts are possible, and then the transition to some light snow overnight. Tomorrow, some morning flurries or snow showers, cold front and snow showers again tomorrow night. Sunday, we get a few snow showers, wind chills between 5 below and 5 above. Sunday. Monday, the better chance of snow showers. Still those bitter wind chills. Snow showers again Tuesday, and then the wind chills go from -10 to 0. You don't want to be outdoors at all for the beginning of next week. Wednesday, below 0 wind chills as those multiple systems come through. Now, today, the highlight is the high wind warning. We're all under that. Starting at 11 o'clock officially, but really the winds are going to kick up before 11. But from 11 till about 6 o'clock this evening, that seems to be the window for the highest threat of damaging wind. You won't have to hear a rumble of thunder at all to have damaging wind, or, as I mentioned, a severe thunderstorm warning. They will issue a severe thunderstorm warning if the winds are high enough, and you won't even have a storm. It'll just be the wind. Okay. So that's the big highlight today. Could be tree damage, power outages, roofs, shingles blown off, hard to steer your car. Big trucks, especially, is going to have a hard time today. And then the isolated severe weather threat, as mentioned yesterday, we're in this level one dark green area. That's the marginal risk. Higher risks are further south of the Nashville area on into Mississippi and Alabama. So the window for that's going to be like from 1 to 5. Not very much a window, but if we get some sun breaking through, that would prompt enough instability for severe actual severe thunderstorms, maybe even a small brief tornado threat. Can't say it's ruled out completely. And that's when you're going to have your highest threat for wind damage this afternoon. So now moving on to the late weekend, early next week, you see that Bowling Green, Southern Kentucky, 60 to 70% chance of minor winter storm impact. Okay. In other words, bitterly cold temperatures, some snow coming down. It won't take much to cause some icy travel. That's going to start not so much tonight. There may be a little bit, but that snow coming in tonight's not going to be that big of a deal. I'm talking about Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, on into next week. Medium confidence in that snow potential. Then we have the Arctic blast that is going to be the reinforcing shot of colder air that is going to send the wind chills. Here's Bowling Green. Wind chills are going to be single digits and below zero. Tuesday, especially into Wednesday, -9 could be the wind chill factor as you get up and go to work on Wednesday morning of next week. What's the confidence here in all of this? High, extra high. That's the one thing that we know for sure, whether the snow is a little bit or a lot. The one thing that we're most certain about is this right here: how extremely and dangerously cold it is going to be next week. Very high confidence. And here's a wind chill probabilities. These are percentages of, Sunday morning, Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning is going to be the worst. 30 to 40% probability of below zero wind chills. What I just showed you on that chart. It's going to be awful. It's going to be like a frozen tundra. And if there's snow on the ground, it's going to be even colder than that. Yeah. Snowfall probabilities. I know this is the part that gets everybody excited, but you can't count on this as much as you can count on the cold. The cold, 100%. Snowfall, 50, 40, 50, maybe 60% probability of snow exceeding 1 inch. You see that right there. And the probability of it exceeding 2 inches is less. It's about 30 to 40%, kind of on the borderline. So again, it's one of those situations where it might happen, and then again, it might not. But I will tell you this: I do believe in everything that I'm looking at, we will get snow. How much? That's a big O. If I could paint a big O question mark right here, I can't. I mean, I've been throwing out at night on the TV side at News 40 when I do the weather at 5, 6, and 10, some probabilities, measurements, but I've always put that caveat in there that that could change. And with almost every run of the forecast models, it changes. It goes from 2, then to 3, then back to like almost 2 to 2.5. That's why I think it's somewhere in there. We're going to find that sweet spot of 1 to 3, maybe 2 to 3 inches collectively. as we go from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, that's what could be on the ground, plus the bitter wind chills and cold air that's going to be with us next week. So lots of things to think about. I've gone 20 minutes here trying to explain it all, and I will keep you right here updated all weekend. And of course, I'll have new information tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on News 40 WNKY, where I now do the weather every night. And right here on the podcast, I'll keep you updated as well. Thanks for watching. Hold on to your hats and your hair today. Extra hair gel or Aquanet, whatever you need, a hat. It's going to be very, very windy today. And get ready for possible power outages as well. God bless. Thank you for watching and have a